Women in Worship is definitely coming your way, and I can't wait to experience that wonderful moment in the presence of God with all these powerful women who'll be coming one after the other to minister God's grace and power to us on that day. It's Women in Business time. I know I said women in business, and then we are talking about women in worship, right? So the CEO of Genet Services is seated here with me this morning. She's the convener of Women in Worship, and she's here to tell us everything that you need to know about her events business, the events that is coming up pretty soon, everything that you need to know about her. I told her, I asked her, what do I call you? She said, call me Mama G. So yes, just like everybody calls her Mama G is seated with me this morning. But we have a little something to tell you about her before she elaborates on that. Enjoy this video.
She is the CEO of Genet Services, an event hub known for the supply of quality event logistics. Over the past years, Mama G, as she is called in her space, has tremendously contributed to the gospel, entertainment, and event industry, rising through life as a daughter of a kinky seller at a locality in Medina to the boss lady who respects both the young and aged. Gina inspires and motivates many with her story. Mention 5 event companies in Ghana, and her brand, Genet Services, will be served hot for you to experience. Today on Women in Business, we go up close and personal with her. Stay tuned.
And we go up close with Mama G this morning on Women in Business. Good morning.
Good morning, Lucido.
How are you?
Good.
You're very beautiful.
Thank you.
Green looks good on you.
Very.
Yeah. You wear that color often?
Yes, very often.
Okay.
I have 2 colors. It's either red or green.
Red or green?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Genet Services, not just that, you're also the convener of Women in Worship. Off air, I asked you how long Women in Worship has been, and it's been 8 solid years of doing this back to back. No stopping. Let's give us a little bit about you. I know that you started off with a tough and rough childhood. I mean, being the daughter of a kinky seller.
Somewhere in a ghetto in Medina.
In Medina,
yes.
Exactly. Yeah. Battling through life here and there. And now you're a boss lady. Take us back a little to those times that you were very young.
Okay. I grew up with my mom.
Okay.
My dad was a teacher, so he was always being transferred all around town. So we grew up 4 in number, but then I happens to be the last, which I had a twin brother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have a twin brother called George, and I am Gina.
Gina.
And then growing up, it hasn't been easy. There are times you go to school, and when the list is coming about sacking people, about fees, you know you're definitely the second person to be called. And then you'll be sent home. When you get home, your mom is not there. So all you can do is to roam in town until mom is back home from the market. It hadn't been easy, but I can just say God has been faithful.
Where did the dream of getting into the event space start?
That was a good question. I think I was working with a company called Zakem Construction, the owners of Kempiski Hotel. Okay. Yeah, I was working with the owner called Mawan Zakem. I was the PA by then. And then working there, we had an HR who didn't like me. Who didn't like me at all. He didn't want to see me eye to eye. There are times calls will come or visitors will come. I'll go to her and go like, Cynthia, you have a call. Then you go like, hold on. You come, do you know how stupid you look when you transfer calls to me? Do you know blah, 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 blah? It was like, she didn't like me for who I am, but I didn't know why. So I think she was supposed to have been sacked, or she
Maybe you're too good at her job.
Maybe. Or probably you were saying something that I didn't
that you
see,
were not seeing.
So I was a threat to her by that.
Yes.
So walking out of the place, she made sure my appointment was terminated before she left. Yeah. Cynthia Langla, that's MP Nico John Payne's daughter. Excuse me to mention their name, though. It belongs to the past. So I was asked to exit the place. God being so good, there was a lady in the same building that I shared that really liked me. Somebody was hating, somebody was
liking.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's this lady called Izinia Ofori. I don't know where she is now. I've been looking for her, but I can't find her. Then Izinia was like, Gina, you know what? There's a company coming to Ghana by name Oceaners. It's an oil company. They've been doing services and oil fields and those things. and they need an office manager, I would like to recommend you for them to take you on.
Oh, nice.
But I said, why not? But then I was schooling and then I was working then. So I accepted the offer.
Sorry to cut you. Schooling, was it that you were trying to bag your bachelor's degree?
Yes, sure.
Or okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was schooling and then working by then. Definitely, if you don't do that, you can't make it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then the company came and took me on. God being so good, they were very good people. I related to my boss like a brother. I could go as far as going Kwame Boot. We go like, George. He does not even call me Gina. He said, George. Then probably Whitfield is going out to do things. He'll go with me. My recommendations were all accepted here and there. So at a point in time, they told themselves that because it's an oil services, and then the contract is not going to become boom. It was just a start of where we've already just covered oil and exploration was underway. So they went in to buy less screen. Yes. So when they bought the less screen, right, God being so good, at a point in time, I think my boss has lived all his life outside. He couldn't trust Ghanaians.
Yeah.
And then people that suggested the idea was rather hitting on them as being cheat or something. They didn't, because he didn't really understand the territory we were in.
Yeah.
So they also showed off and left the screen for him. So then I had to go to Charterhouse, go to all the media houses and announce that we had less screen. And nobody had less screen by then. So as an office manager, I asked myself, Akinke Salah's daughter, marketing has been introduced to you from childhood. Why do you sit here and be doing bossy like you want to be a marketer?
Go out there.
Go out there and make it. That is where you can make it. So I was merging the two.
Oh.
So when I go out there and I get the contract, I come and I go like, come boats, this is the deal. Whoever is giving me the business want a cut. And I also want a cut. The cost is 5,000, but then we're charging USD. So when I come go like, it's 5K, but you know what, I'm going to give you 3,500, I'm going to give you 4,000, leave or take it. So he'll go like, no, George, I won't take it. Then when the time is getting closer, George, what's
you know what?
Bring it.
Bring it.
Then the cut is mine.
Ah.
So I was doing a commission.
Yeah, based
backdoor.
Right.
And he didn't really know.
Okay.
So I moved on from there, and then I had to go work with a company called AGS. They are movers. They move people when they want to relocate, a France company. Yeah. So when I got there, one of the days I went to church and I'm like, God, you need to surprise me. So when I even moved on, I was still working with my boss. Okay. I still take the screen. People will still reach out to me.
As in cables, you were still working with him?
Yes, I was still working with them. I take the screen, rent it, blah, blah, blah. Then one of the days I said I was going to acquire my own screens.
Oh.
I just prophesied to myself, I'm going to get this money, I'm going to buy the screen, I'm going to do that. Lo and behold, the contract came my way, and I got exactly the amount I needed. I bought my own screen. Lo and behold, I am a CEO of Genet Services. This is how my events company unfolded.
You know, somebody would say, the way you're saying it, somebody would think that, just like that.
Yeah, but there are hurdles.
Exactly.
There are a lot of hurdles.
Exactly.
There are times you want to give up on yourself. But if you have a destination, the hurdles will rather prepare you to chase after that destination.
Can you throw some more light on these hurdles, especially the parts where you felt like, I don't want to go on, I don't want to do this anymore?
There are times you work for people and then it's time for them to pay them. They're not ready to pay you.
Oh.
There are times you want this particular amount for the services you are providing. Yeah. Then you go like, okay, I can pay that.
Wow. And then what do you do?
What you do, you go to the drawing board and bargain back. Readjust. And sometimes I take the job and I tell you, okay, I'm going to do your budget for you, but I'm going to provide the service. So I know what I'll provide to get to what amount you're paying me. Strategically.
But what you were providing was never ended up being less of quality.
Never. I make sure quality goes ahead of quantity. Or irrespective of what the person is paying, he believes in you. That's why he's come to you.
Exactly.
So you need to deliver on your mandate. Or referrals and continuous business.
Wow. Earlier you mentioned that you prayed to God, you prophesied onto yourself, you saw it manifest.
Come to pass.
Let's talk about your spiritual life.
I think it's been God from day one.
Okay.
It'll be God till eternity.
Ooh.
That's all. A Jesus girl, a Jesus hustler.
Yeah. It's always been like this.
It's always been like this. My lifestyle is church. That's my entertainment. Home. Maybe work.
And Jesus has never failed you.
He has never failed me. You know, see, I'm a testimony. This particular year, even women in worship, is my testimony. It's a prophecy for me. I'm prophesying into myself that I need rest away from certain things. It's a personal thing. It's a personal thanksgiving to God.
Right.
I think I'm trying to jump the gun why you should be asking me those questions.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah. I think last year, women in worship didn't happen. I lost my beloved, my husband.
So sorry.
So last year, women in worship didn't come. As God will have it. You see, when things like this happen to you, the devil also decides to create an avenue to us. Avenue to bring you setbacks, an avenue to bring you famine, droughts, a whole lot of things that I can describe. At this point, I'm in the ninth month. I'm a September born. God, 9 begins delivery, birth.
Yes.
Why do I still have to go through all those things? They need to go behind me. I'm in my year of Rehoboth. Father, I'm in my year of settlement. I have come for rest.
You literally made chills run on my back. For real. But what you have gone through this, you are still here.
I'm still here.
Pushing through, pushing forward.
Thank you.
How really was it? Difficult was it? What exactly did you have to do to bounce yourself back?
I think faith is something that has brought me back, and I really have some strong men of God with me.
Okay.
Prays with me, encourages me that, you know what, you need to forge ahead. Your husband is no more, and he will never come back. Whether you mourn him or not, he was never going to come back. Put yourself together. You have life. You have breath in you. Pursue life. You don't know what is ahead. And for me, it's faith. Faith has been the currency. Yeah.
Mama G, the CEO of Genet Services. She's here with us this morning on Women in Business. If you've heard, I know that you've heard about Genet Services before. Maybe you're at home and you have experienced their great services before. Send her a lovely message this morning. What do you want to say? What do you have to tell her? Just text it to us on our WhatsApp number, 055-157-5757. Or you can go to our Facebook page. It is Joy Prime TV. Get into the comment section. What lovely message do you want to give Mama G this morning in relation to all that she's shared? Mama G.
I said what?
Sure. Women in worship.
Yeah. This year's edition. It's always been a Thanksgiving for me. I was born in September.
Yes.
I am 0909. So my year ends, every year of mine ends in September. So I put this event together as a Thanksgiving to thank God. But I don't do the Thanksgiving alone. You need other people to join you.
To join you.
To thank God.
Yeah.
Because life journeys are not easy. But then for you to jump over them, jump over these hurdles, because people have gone through, but they didn't survive it. If you survive it, it means you're a testimony. Yeah, so you need to give gratitude to God. And you know what God expects of us is gratitude. You should appreciate God for in everything, say thank you. And He will always be there for you.
Mama G, I think your life indeed is a testimony.
I am a testimony.
It's a testament to God's grace and God's glory. And
Seriously.
people should really look at you and, But how are things going with you?
I said, well, like I said earlier, it won't be easy.
Yeah.
Jesus himself said it won't be easy. But the composure, how you accept things, how you transform, how you pass through them, and then make it look like, yes, it's there. Does it mean I shouldn't move on? Does it mean life shouldn't happen? Yeah, so it hadn't been easy, but Lord has been faithful. Yeah, He's been faithful.
I know definitely there are some viewers who wish they would get more juice and more info and everything.
Yeah, sure.
But then, can you let us know certain activities that you had to engage with? I mean, all this while losing a loved one definitely wouldn't be easy. And to even talk of a life partner definitely hasn't been easy. I want us to get into activities
That I do.
that you had to occupy yourself.
It's all been prayer and fasting. Yeah, I can go to, the whole week I can go to church, like prayer meetings like 5, 6, 7.
Oh.
Yeah, just praying. You see me, I'm praying here, I'm engaging this pastor, I'm praying. And the morning when I wake up, I can just be glued to my TV, praying till it's 12 before I go to work.
Wow.
Yes. That's what I have to do. Because he has sustained your life. You need to give what is his to him.
Yeah.
Without him, you are nobody. We're just a pencil in his hands. He can decide to just break you.
Break it.
And you'll be broken.
Yep.
Yes, so I dedicate majority of my time to him. Because I'm not here to tell my life story, but if I should tell you what I have gone through, losing a life partner in a week, and then every logistics you have also got bent with all your tracks.
What?
Yeah. Everything I had to get bent. You move a car, I can move a car from here to like probably the roadside. The car is working, everything. The next moment my engine is broken down, I had to leave the cars there and come home for another car. There are times I just had to pick Uber, forget about using any car. 7, 8 cars all broken down in the shop.
7, 8 cars all broken down
in the shop. Yes, but you have life. There's breath in you. They're all material things.
Yeah.
If you rest on him, you believe in him, he will compensate you.
He makes all things beautiful.
At his own time.
At his own time.
Yeah.
Women in Worship, this year's edition. Let's talk about it.
Women in Worship, like I said, has been in existence for the past 8 years.
Yeah.
A mandate God has given me one afternoon when I was just in my office trying to talk to a couple of friends. And then the idea came. Here we are, Women in Worship is 8 years. And Women in Worship is a platform designed to put women minstrels together that has been gifted in songs to bless God's people. And that's what we do.
Before we get into more details of what to expect on that day, I want us to dig a little deeper into the business aspect. I know there are a lot of people, especially the young ladies out there who are watching this morning and would want to go into the event space. Now, not only do you organize events, you also supply logistics and all that. How did that all happen?
And I think back to what I was telling you, and when I bought my screens, I started with screens. Along the line, I was doing plyback. So plyback the prophet. Then I said, let me get stage, let me get lights, let me get sound, let me get chairs, let me get tables. So progressively, my business started from screen. And then today, I'm a holistic supplier of all
How invested did you have to be?
I think it's always been good for me, because what I do is everything I do at the end of the day, I make sure I put the money back. If I said I have to acquire this, I acquire it.
You were barely, were you paying yourself? Do you even pay yourself?
I don't pay myself. No, I don't pay myself.
You have how many?
About 15.
About 50?
15.
15?
And more.
And more.
Because what event does is when you need extra hands, the people you call on when you have to do more. So those currently with me is around 15. And then we still call for extra hands if need be. If you're doing multiple jobs, you can use just the same labor force to do it. You might end up disappointing your client. So we call for extra hands if need be. Yeah.
So you started off with the LED screens.
Yes.
And then you're doing stage, you're doing this and all of that. Gradually, you know, you were moving forward and everything. Now let's talk about human resource.
Okay.
Getting people to work with you, getting people to come on board with you. People that would end up being permanent, if that's how I should put it as well. How were you sourcing people to work for you?
Oh, okay. I was sourcing through probably the industry, because there are people you work with that you go like, oh, me would never be a whole. The person will be yeah, the people will
so through recommendations.
Through recommendations, another thing. Some of them also come themselves. Madam, I need a job to do. So what I do is I assess you and put you on the job for some time to see if you're really reliable, you're competent, or you're just there for the money, or you're there to acquire some skill and go. And you know, our Ghanaian setting in such a way that after imparting people, they move on.
Oh, yes, so easily.
Yeah, and they become your competitor.
Yes.
They sell the whole idea and everything to your other competitor.
That's true.
So this has been the channel, this has been the reason. We abide by it.
And it hasn't bothered you in any way where you have to give everything of you you pour into somebody else just so the person can work the way you wish
Yes.
they would, and then they go out there.
Oh, it's always been a blow. It brings you a step back. When you're supposed to be moving forward, it brings you a step back.
It brings you back.
Let's assume that you have a lead technician who operates your lead screens. And then all of a sudden, you wake up one day, you have a contract, and he's nowhere to be found. And then the younger ones will go and mount the screen and everything. You need him to sync the screen. You call him, and he goes like, "Madam, please, I can't work with you again."
So they would sometimes even just wake up one day.
Some of them will just go like, "Madam, please, I want some leave. I want to travel." The next moment you see him on other party's job, doing someone's job. Yeah, that's the Ghana for you. It's really brought me a lot of setbacks, but hey, it's not end of the world.
Is it that before you get them to work with you, there was no, like contracts that were bound by?
There's contracts and everything. That's like I said.
Hey.
Before you leave, you need to give like a month
prior
and
notice.
those things.
Yes.
And then some of them will not take their leave. So they will just take their leave and tell you that they want to go off or give you prior notice, like a month, I want to leave. And 1 month, who can you train to replace a CADOA?
Exactly.
Because you're going to start all over again. There's a lot of setbacks in that. And if you're not strong in what you do, or it's not your mandate or your calling, trust me, you fold up.
Yeah,
you fold up. There's a story that hits me every day when I wake up. It's my own nephew, one of the days that my auntie called me and said, "Your nephew is not working. He's out of school. Can you employ him?" Yes, I employed him. And my late husband was like, "I don't like family. This guy joining you, I don't like it." I'm like, "Oh, Sam, you know what? Let him be part of us. He's my nephew." When I was in the secondary school, the mom used to help us, bring us provisions and other things. And I think it's time to say thank you to the mama.
Thank you, yeah.
My husband was prophesying to me in disguise. Yeah. That's someone he came to take most of my workers and then venture into the same thing I was doing, boss screens. And I made him the marketing and sales manager. So you can imagine, all your customers were dealing with him. And that's someone who has moved on to acquire the same things you're into.
So he was not only taking away your workers, he was taking away your clientele as well.
Exactly. And he's working for them. But
How did you find out?
I think one of the day he posted something on his status. And I asked him, "Are you into screens now?" He said yes. And I'm like, "Really?" So
and was he still working for you?
No, he wasn't working for me then. He's moved on. But then he came to tell me he had an appointment with Olam. He would like to move. I'm like, "Why not? Go and explore."
Yeah.
And I asked him to go. Only to find out that they've actually formed a cartel. They've opened another business. And all those years, screens, light, stage, sound, they all moved. And I came back to square one.
You had to start all over again.
All over again, because you don't have personnel to work with. Those that you have were not too competent to deliver on your mandate for what you were known for. But I think they are all life journeys. And it transitions you to where you have to get to. And also to be careful, the space you find yourself in. You don't rely on people. So you have multiple people around you that in case need be, if your senior technician is not around, you can fall on some other person that, "You know what, I have a need. Can you help me?" And you'll be there.
So right now you've built the network so well that if somebody, if there should be a shortfall in this aspect, you can quickly replace it.
Thank you. Call somebody, "Please come and replace, come and do something, come and do this for me." At the end of the day, you solve your problem. Your client doesn't know what is happening to you. But if you see at the comfort of your home and cry over spilled milk, will you be able to solve your problem? Never. You will not be able to solve it. Yeah.
Is this an industry or business that you would encourage people to get into?
Oh, it's a good business and it's a good venture as far as I'm concerned. For me, it's an entertainment. Because you have the opportunity to meet all kinds of people. You deal with all places you've never dreamt of. You can go as far as even going to the house of the president.
Yeah.
You travel, you do, because that's your mandate. That's what you deliver, and they believe in you. They'll come for you. Yes. I encourage people, provided you have the financial status to do it. Why not? I will encourage you. And you know, event has come to stay. It's been part of it. And this time, the kind of event we're doing is very, very expensive.
It has evolved so much.
So much. Too much. To the extent that you do an event and then you go and you ask yourself, really, is this a birthday party? Is it a wedding? Is this
you even get confused what it is. Yeah.
You get it. So It's a good venture.
Oh, this is amazing.
Yeah.
This is just by the way. So let's say somebody is organizing a traditional wedding ceremony. Approximately how much would the person need to put everything together?
It depends what the person wants. Probably I might want a chivalry chair. You might want a rustic chair.
Yeah.
You might want a duo chair.
Yeah.
You might want a pergola. Someone might want a trusses. Someone decide to use a turf or use a plain place like that. So it depends on what you want. So what informs the pricing depends on your demands.
So approximately what would be the amount?
You'll be looking between a very good engagement traditional setup. You'll be looking between 30 to 50,000 or more.
30 to 50,000
or more.
CDs or more.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some of your successes when it comes to Genet Services. The major and big events that you've had to put together, you've had to do and all that.
I think I'll mention Women in Worship as one.
Yeah.
Because I am not an artist. I am not a gospel artist.
Yeah.
To be able to put all these people together for 8 years and then doing the event in such a way that it turns out to be the best and one of the enviable stages in Ghana. That
and women are always looking forward to it.
Yes, so Women in Worship is one. Working with Dinah Hamilton is one. Working with Joe. Working with Emoji, Empress Gifty, Obapa, the Shatawales, the Stone Boys, the Three Music, the VGMAs. The list goes on. Even working with multimedia.
Yes.
Yes, I'm a household name here.
Yes, you are.
Yes.
You are a household name.
Yeah.
Now, moving forward, how do you see the business being like?
I think we have to evolve and then be innovative. We need to venture into other things that you think competitors are not doing that could give you the edge over their competitors. That's what we should do. We should strategize. Yeah. And then I think giving people packages too. You know, someone will come, I need this, I need that, I need that. You put the cost together and say, you can go like, you know what, I want to give you a package. Instead of maybe probably moving for me to go take sound from somewhere, take chairs from somewhere, take this from somewhere. You see, you know what, I want to save you the stress of moving around. Let me give you a package. Sometimes you decide that you want to be a planner, just like a bonus, so you could sell your logistics. Well,
that's true.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting. Now, to the young lady that is watching you this morning, what would you tell her? Or, no, let me put it this way instead. That little girl whose mother was selling cake in that small place in Medina.
Yeah. You know, I think when, way back, I think after SS, I happens to be the first secretary of my church, International Palace Church. My father is Reverend Dr. Bernard Mensah Adams. And those times, because I was the only lady among the pastors, I have this kind of fashion that you see me dress properly, like funky, that kind of thing. And they'll go like, why will you dress like that? I say, you don't know where I'm going. Ooh. I was saying things that I didn't even know about. I'll tell them, you see me on TV, I'll be here, I'll be this, I'll be
You used to say that?
I'll just say that. I just prophesying to myself. I didn't know what I was saying.
Are you not a prophetess?
I am.
Yes.
That's what I should say.
Yes.
Then I was saying things, then one of my pastors will ask me, you don't have money, you're even living in Shiabos, and you're talking big like this.
Wow.
I'm like, Pastor Hope, if you know who I am, you appreciate who I am. I was just saying things that I didn't know because I had a destination in me. There was some fire burning in me, and I could see that I was made for greatness. Yes. So if you have a passion.
But when you say that you could see that you had greatness in you, was it that you were seeing that through dreams?
No, I was desiring good things.
Oh, okay.
You should desire good things for yourself. You see, things you desire actually becomes something that comes evidential. It manifests, become evidential in your life.
Yeah.
So I was seeing things. You could see that when people are passing with cars, I could be admiring cars. I'll buy this car. I didn't even have a penny. What to eat, I didn't even have it. But I could tell my people I'm going to drive a Mercedes Benz. I was going to live in this house. I was going to do this. I was just speaking things. I'm like, people will ask, are you normal? I said, yes, I'm normal. You don't know where my destination is.
Did you have friends? A lot of friends?
Yeah, I had a lot of friends. But, you know, friends don't make a point in time when you're growing. They're like, hey, you lose them. Yeah.
You were losing friends a lot?
Yes. You see, when you get to a certain stage in life, naturally you lose friends. Because my work demands all my time.
you wouldn't get time to be sitting here
and be
talking about this.
Unnecessary things, yes.
Yeah.
It wasn't necessary.
Yeah.
So you definitely lose them. So it becomes like, oh, I'm checking on you, how are you doing?
All right.
Or probably messaging.
Yeah. I asked if you had friends because, I mean, for you, at that age, not really having an okay life, but you were prophesying positively into your life.
Yes, and I was even mingling with people that were rich by then.
Hey.
Yes, so you always see me with rich kids. I mean, they are home, their parents will like me, and thank God I have a bit of brilliance in me. So probably I had to teach, and I'm a paint, and I make sure I'm homewear, those kind of stuff. So your people are always ready to come to you. Yeah.
So your company had to do with what you wanted to experience in your future one day.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Amazing.
So now, how many friends would you say you have?
My friend is my son.
Your son?
Yes, and God. Yeah.
Wow.
Because he said, well, yesterday I wrote something on Facebook. Don't mistaking the whitey to be friendship.
Yay, that's true.
Yeah.
All those smiles.
Yes, because the person is smiling, but the heart is not smiling. The thoughts are not smiling. They wish you were down there so they could step on you. So just be careful the kind of friends you keep.
That's great advice.
Yeah.
This year's edition of Women in Worship is happening this weekend.
Yes.
Tell us more.
And this year, Women in Worship, like I said earlier on, the theme is Rehoboth Experience.
Yeah.
That has to do with the story of Isaac, where he dug a couple of wells that came with so much impediment, so much obstacles, that he was restless in his spirit. He went on, he didn't give up, because he had a destination. He dug the last one, and there was no issue, there was no impediment. That he said to himself, God, you have given me rest. I'm in my year of rest, settlement. So that's the theme for this year. And then this year happens to be one of the best in the industry. Some good minstrels that, you know, when you listen to them, you know, you are actually in your realms. Yeah, so we have Messi Chinwo on the bill. We have Adahi. Someone will say Adahi.
Ada, I love Ada so much.
Yeah,
I love Ada.
Ada is on the bill. And I can say that this is one of the biggest commercial events Ada is about doing. He's been in Ghana for MTN Stand in Worship.
Yeah.
It was exclusive.
Yeah.
And then I think she came to Ghana also for Christ Embassy, Nongwa Brand. That was just for the church.
Yes.
But commercially, to minister unto God's people, I think Women in Worship is the one doing that. And Ada is gracing our stage.
Wow.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so who else? We have Empress Gifty.
Empress Gifty.
Yeah.
And then our own Dinah Hamilton.
Dinah Hamilton.
Yes. Yes.
When we're watching the video, you said I drew your attention to the all-female maternity part. Yeah.
Exactly.
So
yeah, I see it well. I think Maternity is doing amazing as one of the contemporary groups as far as gospel is concerned. So we wanted them to do the Defe. But Women in Worship is just centered on women ministering on the stage to God's people.
Yeah.
So we decided to take the men off to say, you know what, take backstage, be in the crowd and cheer the women on so that they could do the Defe for us. And then notwithstanding that, I think we have very good minstrels that are upcoming minstrels. As far as I'm concerned, I think way back when our parents were very young, we had the Tego sisters, we have the Esther Smith, we have the Esther Nyameche, we have the Tiwas, and where are they today? And this dispensation is about Dinah, the Ohima Mercies, and the rest. They will also
have to move on.
So definitely we need to give the platform to the younger one who also take up from them when the time is right. So I decided to pick some good minstrels, young ones that make it happen for me. They minister unto my soul, so I added them to the group.
Oh, God bless you for this. So when is it happening and where?
It's happening at how do you call Oil Dome, some Crunchy Crest Place.
Okay.
Obechebi Lamte Cycle on the 22nd, this Sunday coming, and gates open exactly at 4 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it will be my mother's birthday. Ooh. So I'll come on her behalf and celebrate her and pray and worship the 22nd of September, Oil Dome, 4 p.m. sharp.
Yes,
we are going to be there and we'll be in our numbers to worship and praise God.
You know, we can end this conversation without acknowledging people, and then the event is not free. That's one thing I must add. This event actually is centered on sensitizing women, educating women, and screening women of cervical cancer. Who is a CSR of women and worship. We go to the marketplaces, the schools, the churches to educate our women. There's actually cervical cancer that is prevalent, people that are sexually active. And then our women, some of them think it's old age, so they don't take it serious. I've taken it upon myself. So every ticket you acquire for the event, you are helping a mother, you're helping a sister, you are helping a friend. And this ticket goes for 70 Ghana cedis, regular, and then 150 for VIP. Let me just take it again. 70 Ghana cedi for regular, and then 150 for VIP. This ticket can be gotten from Airport Shell, Bachona Total, Committee 11, 1 and 2 Shell. Let me go over again. When you are in Tema, just go to Committee 11, 1 and 2 Shell. You get the ticket. You go to Bachona Total, you get a ticket. And then to my sponsors, thank you very much.
All right, Mama G, thank you so much for your time this morning. Viewers, that's it for Women in Business in today's edition of Prime Morning. My name is Asiodua Komiadu. Enjoy the rest of your day.